nationalism. Make we vote not based on we tribe. Make we vote for the right leaders. The leaders then we will come and help we. They can normally say the people and they get the leader wouldn't deserve. So make sure we get leaders then we will come and help this country. Okay. And get leaders then we will come and promote this country and develop one.
We look at the call for ensure say people and refrain from social media messages them we can preach it. Somebody where they listen go tell you say you know things say the time is too late considering this activity don't they go on for the past years then.
It's never late. It's never late, I can tell you. They feel them we would desire for change, then we change. So they make us say advocacy and relentless effort. We get for continue with them and then get for yegi. We'll not get for tire, for talk to the people them, for make them see the need, for promote peace, and for say no to violence.
At this time, people need for to get a message where they calm them down and ease the tension. In line with that, what you go say about people, about political tolerance or say accept themselves despite them belief and all of that?
No, the right for make you associate and for make you belong, like your right standing. You understand? All man getting your own right.
But why people we hardly see certain people not they accept that for say this person did this party and they give this view against the party, even if the is factual or genuine, it's still the same. Say no, this somebody not for say that because they'll go against.
It's because wearing would not be colorblind. When you wear certain color, you get the right for put on what you want for put on, and you get a responsibility for make salon a peaceful place.
Somebody they say Radio D to minimize election violence, all street rallies must be banned. That practice is archaic and antiquated. It's set to its Even they inside the program they talk about peace and flag bearer from McKinney to Freetown. Members say they listen to we live on the internet on www.radiodemocracy.sl. And if they listen to we through we partner stations them across Salon. Radio Shalom 89.5 na Koreduga Falaba District, Radio Malen 88.5 and Radio 1G 11.3, Voice of Masoro 90.5 all from Pujon District, Radio Kolente 90.5 na Cambia, Radio 115.5 na Kailaun, Voice of Karine na Kamakwi 190.0, Vopad Radio 96.5 FM na Waterloo, Voice of Sando 95.7 FM na Kono District and at FM na Moyamba District. The program na Good Morning Saloon. You can be part of one by making send text message to the number 077981 077981 and number 4 send you text message and be part of the program or go on our Facebook page and drop your comments on issues them we will discuss inside the program Good Morning Saloon. As you get from one power airline today, Radio Democracy will continue for talk to civil society organizations and for sake of peace for the 2023 election. For sake of that, I want to welcome inside the program Sir Kendema, Campaign for Good Governance, Acting Executive Director. Good morning and welcome to the program Good Morning Saloon.
Good morning, Radio Democracy.
Okay, continue.
Thanks for when I invite you for Komon-Tok.
Continue first. Continue for stay with you inside the program. We come to you, Jason.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue. The time from we studio clock na 7:33 and inside the program where they look at the first issue. This BNTM Radio Democracy we get information but 120-year-old Victor Thomas we they attend the Amadio Secondary School na Waterloo say a die Wednesday February 15 at the Life Care Hospital. And for this, the media and spokesperson for the Waterloo Police Division, ASP Ali Ujalo, don't confirm to Radio Democracy say that they investigate this case of this bobo we die and say instead that this suspect say na kill incompetent at school, kill this bobo. Well, for more on this issue, let's listen to Maria to Sheriff as a report.
February 14. Now, the way people can celebrate all over the world as Lovers' Day, also people can show love and appreciation to people where they really love and care for. But this year, Valentine, not turn out to be good for the family of Victor Thompson, when a 20 years old SS3 student of the Amadio Secondary School na Waterloo. But waiting happen inside February 14 to this bobo, the media and spokesperson for the Waterloo Police Division, ASP Ali Jallo, start for explain.
On the 20th of February 2023, in the afternoon hours, with the police na Waterloo, we received a report of homicide from one Dr. Maurice Yajo, a retired medical doctor within a John Street, Fullerton, Waterloo, that instead Pekin we named Victor Thompson, a 20-year-old boy of Amadio Secondary School, Waterloo. He passed away at the Life Care Hospital in Freetown on Wednesday, the 15th February 2023. He suspected that instead Pekin they na kill incompetent killer.
Now, for sake of this, make Radio Democracy try for reach out to Victor Thompson in family and be talked to his stepdaddy when a retired medical doctor, Dr. Yajo, for know exactly wetin happen to his step pikin. Osa he say Wednesday, February 14, then as family been get a distress call from a strange number, say them pikin Victor Thompson they in a critical condition and then don't rush with him na a nearby health center inside Waterloo.
They left here in the morning, Valentine's Day on the 14th, Tuesday, by 8:30 to 9. I left here, nothing wrong with them. They're healthy. So, Pastor here is we even get information around about 6:07. Also, we get accident Okada, this and that. We not really actually know what are the true source because from what we gather, there was no accident on that day. From the Provo, we go meet and we make them carry and go to the Benguima Military Hospital. So even the nurse we did clarify say there was nothing like accident. Because this, bruises by him body, nothing. Only that blood with the common in left ear, in nose, then even get a protruded swollen, like a way blood they come out. So from there, where they don't contact we, so they reach out and the place, they be down at the roadside, nobody no care. So now this Provo guy, now he come organized bike mother the Kerango for first aid treatment.
This daddy continues say the condition where them picking the day into not been go down well with them. Now that's make it say then be decide for care and go na the life care hospital now normally for proper medical treatment beside this 20 years old bobo be lost in life.
So we have taken now Brian camp na Waterloo hospital, but they say that they're not getting no oxygen, life support waiting across. So we for Kerango, they say okay, go corner. But with the parents, then we decide at that moment for Kerango life care hospital na Lumley, na the emergency where they get. So they say we're in a critical situation. They hang drip and they say if I go under brain surgery. So the doctor we did it, they're doing the surgery, but it was too late.
You see what make it for under this brain surgery?
Now the blood will settle in brain, so we're not able to make more.
So after the bobo don't die, una get any cause of death from the hospital?
Yes, better.
You
Then
see na wetin actually happen.
na brain hemorrhage.
This daddy, Dr. Yajo, continues say after they don't beg this picking, they start forget another information then, but waiting actually lead to them picking in die one.
Yeah, other information coming for say well, the eyewitnesses that we didn't see, we're not able to see them. Even the proof we're not able to see them. But then talk say they see 2 students or 3 where they were in the same Amadeus uniform. We been there at the roadside with the bike. Now bike then car, now they didn't can live. So by the time now people that they catch up, they don't go. So there was no way to apprehend them.
So now don't do any investigation from the school.
No, the school, we don't go inform them yesterday. Now the boss, now we go meet. So just tell and say we understand say now fellow students now they're more than that from the very school.
When I get any information, say this one will be involved in any club activity in the school.
Well, we not get that information for say involved into anything like that. But the boss just be talk say then students here, a lot of them now drug addicts. When you count even among the girls now, they say they can advise them, warn them, and they not join any club, any cult or whatever, but not a confirmation. So until police investigation, they will come to because we don't bury the body already. So if they say for exhuman, we are ready to pay that. For me, they exhume the body so that they go do post-mortem. But because at that initial stage, what you make a burial, we all confused and they bleed even to the point of who they go bury.
Retired Dr. Yajo call on the authority them for help am get justice for him picking in Daiwan.
When a justice want, let the police do the investigation. I make go to the CID in Watalona. You understand? Therefore, do everything and even perhaps go to the school and apprehend some of his friends because we'll get a track of in telephone for that particular day on Valentine's Day. So now they the cyber police officers, then we're able to trace the communication we make for that day. So then we're able to apprehend, students, if you apprehend them like 10, 15 of them, one more go more stock. So that's what we're after.
Radio Democracy will continue for follow up this story. So till that same day, for the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Maria to Sheriff the report.
The program is still listening to now. Good morning, Salon. We come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. As you get from Wampawi Airline Stories them today, Radio Democracy will continue for talk to civil society organizations them on how they think say political parties supporter them for the behave and serve the word them where the supporters them for the use for SECA the June 24 election. And inside the program today, we get Sir Kendema from Campaign for Good Governance, the acting executive director. As Campaign for Good Governance, CGG, don't they work over the past year them for make Salone people take part in governance through advocacy, capacity building, civic education, and other way them, so that Salone people will get sabi about governance and take part in politics. Well, how they want foresee the 2023 election for SECA peace as Radio Democracy continue for talk to different civil society then but peace for SECA the June 24, 2023 election. Make we get Sakendema inside the program. Once again, good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salome.
Good morning. And we want to say thanks again. We want to welcome Campaign for Good Governance. And we want to invite we come and talk on the peace, especially this election.
Okay.
Because this election now a very critical election, and we therefore do a lot of engagement for enhance the public knowledge.
A very critical election, and from the background of Campaign for Governance, now this now work for ensure say una raise awareness about governance to the people for making them able to participate but in peaceful ways. For the 2023 election, what don't be some of the activities them of Campaign for Good Governance in that regard?
So as you rightly mentioned, a brief summary of we mission that then the Campaign for Good Governance done they do over the years for the past 26 years, and we continue for doing for see how best at least we can able for do advocacy, how we can able for build the citizen capacity, and we do all of this so that at least we'll be able to get an informed civil populace and we'll be able to get a democratic state. And election now one of the key principles in the democracy. Now one of the key elements in the for good governance. So over the years as an organization, we all know awareness raising now one thing and what we can do around elections, and promoting social cohesion now one thing and the back we can do, and I want thing and the will therefore continue for do in this coming election, and for engage the public. Medensi say there is a better way through which you can be able for pass on your message to the public. There is a better way you can be able for support your political party or your aspirant or whoever you want to vote for. And that can be done in a non-confrontational way. And that can be done in a very peaceful way. And this will require education.
What are some of the activities then we Campaign for Good Governance don't plan for rollout in terms of for ensure what you talk so we're able to achieve them?
So one foresee that this 2023 election be free, fair, and credible. So that's one thing we want foresee. And we want foresee a situation wherein people are well informed, understand about the electoral processes, and may they know them rights, may they know them obligations, and one foresee a situation wherein people can go vote not based on tribe, people can go vote not on regionalism, people can go vote based on the conviction we then get for say, I go vote for a leader we go come and promote Sierra Leone, because now one Sierra Leone we get, and also for make the people them know say the peace of this country then we hand.
So far already, some of the election activity don't begin happen. Don't not declare any form of campaign yet, but don't see some different some activity don't begin happen way related to the electoral process already. From their activity and the way that happen, waiting will be your best description of the activity, and do you think say then they in line of best electoral practice?
Well, we can say some then they way they in line, and some then they way we need for put a lot of effort so that at least we can able to get a very free, fair, and credible election. We they call 2023 election for be a critical election in the region for Sierra Leone.
Why critical?
Because it got the potential for consolidate the gains them where we don't make over the years as a country. We won like the peace, the democracy, and the security all depend manage with as a country. And if we manage this election year, proper one, as I mentioned earlier on, we'll be able to sustain them gains them. If we not manage this election proper ones, the fact remains that we'll get for reverse all them gains them. And if you say something this way we not go want as a country.
So you'd say some of them they were in line with best electoral practice, but some not today in line. Like who's one and so it's
like the conduct of periodic election. If you say now one good practice than at least people then they get it right for me able for cast them vote and choose the leader. But the sign, the violence, things them would see. Imagine campaign not declare it. They would see incidences of violence where we feel say that not a concern. And where we feel say much sensitization, much awareness raising, and the different interlocutors, that is the different partners, them, the different bodies, them, where they for manage election, get for play their own critical role. And one way where I feel say we as a nation or we as a people will be able for make this election for peaceful ones if we put national interest above with personal interest. If we put party interest above national interest, if we speak truth to power, trust me, we will see a better outcome of this election. So now we keep tell the people them say national interest. Salon get for day beyond with political parties. Salon get for day we own personal interest.
Who say campaign for good governance stand in all of this?
So we understand in all of this is that for let the people understand that now one salon we get and we roles, we contribution for make salon a better place. The rest in we actions, rest in what we do. So then we could call for nationalism, then we could call for patriotism, then we could call for see how best at least we all with one voice go able to say no to violence, go able to say yes to a peaceful and credible election, so that at least Salon will be a better place for we all.
The issues that we talk about for say people forget national interest rather than party interest or interest of certain strong people in a political party. Now message we for a long time don't they go out there from different organizations, them like the likes of CGJ and other one, them, but yet still we they see on a get for come back and reminding different political party and the supporter they are say, and then it's what they do, it's all about the country's interest. Why you think say people not able to get their message here right? Say whatever they do, whatever happen, it will be in the effect of everybody, but not just single political party.
You see, behavioral change not a one-off intervention. Nothing way you get for do continuously. Awareness raising, nothing way you get for do you get for be relentless in your advocacy for ensure that at least you're able to change the person in behavior. You see, this is the country wherein in most of the activities that we see people learn personal interest, they surpass state interest. The typical Salon man, as long as it's okay, it careless about how the next person feel or how the next person go about for doing in thing. And that don't be the reason why we did so as a country. Just a simple analogy around this. You go see say there is this old story where they can say countries and the kind of Salon. Salon be the atoms of Africa, West Africa. People be the can Salon for education. People be the can for see how we do things. But you go question yourself critically. Why is it that then country are then they far ahead of we now? Countries them all be then do them justly, without favor, and be objective. You want the lesser one, then get for provide equal security service for the aspirants. And the reason why we call for equal security service is that then aspirant them here, any one of them can be president. And so they required, then for be given, the required security. Atmosphere. Then the media back get a role for play. And the role where the media get for play for ensure that at least this election will be peaceful and be free, now for create an equal platform wherein every political aspirant go get access to the media so that at least they'll be able to come and engage the public. And even we, the CSOs, the traditional leaders, the civil servants, they get the role for play. And the role where we get for play, we get for exhibit professionalism, we get for exhibit neutrality, and make we left politics for the politicians. If you're in a civil society, remain a civil society. If you're a civil servant, you're not a politician, remain a civil servant and do what is required of you. And even the international community get a role for play, because we all can see when things can go bad, at the end of the day, now to the international community, would they run for see how best at least then cable for help the situation. And the role where they get for play now for make sure that at least they're active in this election where it comes so, and make them be firm and make them provide the required support. The elephant in the room, when are the electoral commission, of course, the trust of this election, then I am. Okay. How they handle this election will determine the peace of this country, will determine whether we're able to consolidate the peace, or whether all what we don't gain will be able to be proud of them. They might not done it. Might come to another critical actors. You ask a question, the role then different actors then for play. Another critical actors are the interreligious bodies. If you go through the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report, the interreligious body are the custodians of peace. That's a very big role. If this country for be peaceful, then get a role for play. And the role with the interreligious body get for play now is that then get for speak power to truth to power. Then get for be very frank. Call things by their names.
They can look at supporters, then religious council,
Sure.
how then interreligious council, how then don't they do before this time, and I wanna expect them for do continue for still with we inside the program, Sir Kendema, campaign for good governance, acting executive director. The program na Good Morning Saloni, the council from 98.1 FM, and we will bring you this edition of the program. Musa Kamara na minim.
And Sapti Kalon.
Inside the program, we continue for look at more issues. We take Wampa with headline stories. Them we go inside the chairman at the Political Parties Regulation Commission, Abdullah Bangrasi. The commission they work together with the police for investigate the violence them we happen where the APC been the camp with them flag bearer and a Freetown. Talk this we the office of the National Security Awareness hold meeting for political party them for talk about hate speech and music them where people they cause political party leader them. For more on this, we join the Mange Mansari.
The Office of National Security na the institution wey responsible for coordinate security na the country. We make this institution don meet with political party them for talk about hate speech and the music them where people in they sing and cause political leader them, and how they can able for stop them and sing decent music. What them go use for promote them political leader them and play decent politics. Abdullah Koka, now the national coordinator for the Office of National Security, talk more about the engagement. What then get with political party them?
For some of these rhetorics coming from the music industry, is preaching the peace of the country, which we are all yearning for. We want to see a fine election. You know, it undermines the very fabric of the society we are all trying to build. But I'm sure moving forward from today, today will be the point. After today, now we want to again monitor and see whether it will happen. Now that the president is here himself, yes.
Abdullah Bangura, now the chairman for the Political Parties Regulation Commission, say then they engage political party them for me they not encourage people them where they sing music, where they cause political leader them.
So we continue to engage them. We now will follow events of the past few days. I just got someone an emergency meeting of the commission so that we will look into some of the happenings we don't happen. The main opposition, APC, had their National Delegate Conference in Makeni. Also, they obtained clearance from the police for many and leave their Black Bearer designates to Freetown and a Concord. And while they are coming, there is a unity attire base, apparently affiliated with the SLPP. People gathered there singing songs complementary to their own party interest and their confrontation. That's another issue we'll look into. And then the social media is awash with allegations of physical attacks on senior members of the APC. We will also engage with the police to inquire into those allegations.
William Fayaselu, now the Inspector General of Police, say the music they are when they sing for cause political leader them no good, as he say music now for entertain people them, but not for cause people them.
Indeed, we find ourselves in a very sad situation. Music that is supposed to be for entertainment has now been transformed into something used to insult people. That is not a very good picture of this country. My former boss, maybe he said, let them sing, as long as the level of push is better. We gave them that latitude and just enjoyed it over the years. Now it seems they are abusing the latitude they have been given, and they must not lose sight of the fact that the laws are there, and those laws can be enforced. It's not only about those parties entertaining such conduct, but even you, the individual who is involved with that kind of music, insulting people. That is very bad.
Edmond Alpha, now the Commissioner South for Electoral Commission Sierra Leone. Now this even get for say about people where they sing music for cause political leader them.
You stop them from singing, they are still singing. The people are at the background. And let me also tell you about the hypocrisy of international community. I have said there that that's in their faces when they came here. Some of you were there. The political party reps will attest to that. They are very hypocritical. They will go, they make all these nice things at the background, then you hear them say something else. I can't imagine the EU ambassador telling us, when I went to the north, I saw a lot of crap. But when I went to the south, I didn't see much crap for registration. But I see their figures high. But he knows what the answer I gave you back. So some of this hypocrisy around most of our national issues to be mixed in the board. Let us not just see that we are going to please international community. Some of them have no good intentions for us. They have their hidden agendas. Some of them are pushing for regime change. Guys don't know, let me say. And the artists here, so we are the referees. But sometimes it's good for the referees to tell you what the facts are. When we have to give yellow cards, we show you.
Then it's Amachue, what they call Condemning. Now the entertainment ambassador na salon, we make it say people left for sing their music them, for promote them political leader them, but not to for cause them.
We sing songs and blow out praises for all political leaders that consideration of our moral value in finding solutions on how such observations mentioned here can be rapidly curtailed through massive sensitization. As rightfully my brother across the aisle spoke, he mentioned that our sector is not really structured and we don't have the teeth to really bite. I'm an ordinary entertainment ambassador. I'm appealing to the security agencies here to really constitutionally assist my office to see how, my voice will be heard by my partners. As for now, all I can really recommend here is sensitization.
Gaudinero end up call on authority them for me parliament make law where go help for regulate the music industry. So they're not going to cause political leader them for radio democracy. Mange Mansari the report.
Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile app, you can able
for bringing a come to you. And today,
Lucky Nuggets bank account. Pull solve or go on Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering God.
Sierra Leone Commercial Bank. The program Good Morning Salon they continue, and remember say this edition of the program Good Morning Salon they listen to now see what they support the democracy for bringing and come to you. And today inside the program we they look at waiting civil society organization and things say political parties supported them for the behave and step forward with them for they used during the June 2024 election. And with winner the studio, we get the acting executive director, Campaign for Good Governance, Kendema. We don't highlight some of the issues them. Before we go for the break, you highlight different institutions we get role and responsibility for ensure say the election be peaceful, free, and fair. But again, outside the country don't get it wrong, where most of the institutions don't really forget the role. I mean, the things that we see that they give out, not in line with patriotism, but rather they in line with ensuring that they maintain the job.
You see, when systems and processes they know they work, when institutions then challenge, you go see then delivery they become problematic. And when sycophancy become the order of the day, you go see truth, critical thinking, they be missing. This is the country we are in. People instead of them the focus for say election they come voting for be me point we are in a game sell to the politician for make Indian a manifesto or voting and need for communicate to the politicians. They forget about that. They concentrate for dance behind the politician. So now we can always tell the youth, you go only vote. Your voice go only be heard through the ballot box if you're not in a prison. And the possibility for make you not in a prison, now where you do the needful. You get for be very peaceful and you get for ensure and have the thought for CS. Now one country you get, now one salon we get, and the responsibility where you get as a citizen now for promote the image of the country, now for make sure you elect a good leader we will come and provide we the required services.
Apart from the young people, we most of them can be supporters of political party. Certain individual get certain position within some of the institution. Yeah, so where you just highlight, you think say for the fact that the appointment come directly from the president in any way they go do to with against in the interest of the president or the particular administration where they in power at that time.
You see, like you normally say, you know they bite the finger where it feed you. So now make during this constitutional review process. And by the way, Campaign for Good Governance, now one of the campaign and they will try for push now for say how best at this as a country we'll be able to get a new constitution. Because the constitution we'll get right now, if we say don't overdue and in need for change. And whoever wins, I think, for prioritize that day. You see, when we get a constitution where really they clear or they keep the politicians they off, like appointment. One critical one will be is that, like the judiciary. We want to see a situation wherein the appointment of the AG not going to be done by the president, but rather by a committee. And the responsibility of this committee now for go through all them appointment them and then make a recommendation for just the approval of the president. And one foresee, like in some of the institutions and commissions them, wherein we will get a committee back where they appoint them. Because when somebody secure or no say and not going to be easily removed from office, the possibility for make and do the right thing is very high.
Okay. Let me look at the election at hand, and we just listened to a report from PPRC and the Office of National Security. We them all meeting with political parties. Them one thing we come up there now the issue of costs and abusive language. Them we artists in the record now. And party supporters them they sing doing rallies them against them political opponents them. As Campaign for Good Governance, CGG, what do you think is the role of the political parties them for reduce or put an end to their abusive language them against them political opponents them?
No decent society no they allow the abusive languages them. And no decent individual not for tolerate them political loyalists them or them political supporters them for promote any abusive language. That na a no-go zone. So what would they expect from the political parties them is that whatever song, whatever campaign song where they get for make for them, then for vet, then song them, for make sure that at least the messages in their song then decent. It's sad. At times when I can see people in the dance, people in the pour so much energy dancing to their abusive song them. How you they feel when they dance to their songs them they? And knowing very well the meaning of their songs them. Then you they dance to them. Then you they laugh. Then you they celebrate their songs them. I think now one thing that we get for stop. It should not be allowed, and no political party, not for support the artists them there, it will be condemned, not only by the political parties, and even us, the citizens.
So
we for say a no to that.
But some of them songs, then the way you listen in some case, even some of the stakeholder or big one, then some political party that they sponsor their artists in there, and also some song at the end of the day can even get a shout out to certain political party stakeholder then. So you think say they're not aware of what they do for say wrong already one, you don't sponsor somebody for going to a studio, make a song where say very unethical, not decent. They at the end of the day, the person give you a shout out that the song itself.
So now make we say no decent person not for allow them thing them day, and no decent person not for allow for make a name be mentioned in their songs then. There's no way you go make a song for me where you curse somebody, then you mention me name there. I go disassociate myself from that. And now this will be called. And trust me, the possibility of having more of them songs then, as election they draw nearer, or when they get for declare a campaign, it get for high. So now make campaign for good governance, see I'm now fit, for me we begin the condemn them thing then they and call on the public for make them condemn the acts then they and make them condemn them songs then they.
When it comes the issues there, so we will discuss two political parties, then can be highlighted. We get the APC and the SLPP. Even within the meeting, they mention the name of the two political parties, them as CGG, waiting now on a way now, or waiting now on a message now, or waiting now on our activities them for engage them to political parties here. Because even the bodies them, like the meeting we just reported and just heard that the two parties their name come up.
You see, most of the incidences of violence them where don't they occur. These are the two main political parties them where always they ring a bell when their names and they come up. Campaign for good governance, one for see a situation wherein the flag bearers of them two political parties them they openly condemn violence, and one foresee a situation, then two political parties and then flag bearers, they march na the street of freedom.
You think that they go possible?
So man will say that you know ever possible na dream CGG the dream. All it takes is that for make we put down with ego and do it. We will get the SLPP flag bearer. We get the APC flag bearer. Now a round table. Make them preach peace. Make them supporters and see. Because they get control over the supporters. And because they get control over the supporters, if the supporters then see them, they preach peace. They show harmony. They show love. Trust me, they will be left with no option. Because the point here is that most of the one them where they kill themselves for them politicians, they are by no means closer to them politicians. They don't even get access to them. Now just out of probably love, out of passion for them, out of admiration, or just because of they are being influenced by friends, by neighbors, by family, they make them demonstrate some of their love than they. But if the two leaders, they march on the street of Freetown and then say, today, with the preach peace, and with the call peace, trust me, this election will be peaceful.
So
and campaign for good governance. We want for see down there.
The attempt where you, or the example you give for say, if we see the two political party leader them, I mean, take a walk around the streets holding hands, I mean, it could solve some of the most political tension we already done the happen. Another one, they say again, we don't see this administration don't make an attempt to bring everybody together, and they've been to manage a conference for discuss on things okay for the national cohesion, peace and political tolerance. Again, we see how so many issues come around that for say they not invite we quick, they know, I mean, invite we appropriate manner and everything. You think say if that first attempt say not bring or yield a positive result at this time where the country they saw with so many high political tension, in any way that you example they possible?
It's never late. This is something.
Order for make the first attempt.
This is something that you always. This is something I will tell you categorically that the interreligious bodies can able to do this.
But the invite for
this is something. It's about ego. This is about ego. Anybody can make the call. The flag bearer of the SLPP can make a call. The flag bearer of the APC can make a call. It's all about how we go able for put the country in interest and see that more we say enough is enough as a result of the assuming disunity where they between we don't result to the point that people in the belief say we are not in peace. Okay. And more could demonstrate to them say that is not the case. Now we therefore show say we're not peaceful people and we put we country first.
Okay.
Continue for stay with you inside the program Condemning Campaign for Good Governance Acting Executive Director. The program Good Morning Saloon. Now the country from 98.1 FM. We go for a short break. We can continue the program.
UTB, Union Trust Bank, the game changer don't come. As we the lead, others they follow. And just with your mobile phone, you will transfer and receive money with ease, speed, and safety. UTB don't make it possible. Friends code the
next election be peaceful and get a fair democratic process. Over to you, Sir Kendema. You don't to highlight on things where all institutions get for do the responsibility of all institutions and other things. And you say once we talk about now, they say for say two political party leader them that APC and SLPP for come out, join on, I mean, work around, let people in see them say, then get the interest of the country. Where you look at how far Salon don't go and how much people don't get so much allegiance and support to political party them instead of the country. Another angle go, they say the stage where Salon don't reach now, the hunger and the hate within they among certain political supporter them. The country not going to get that right again for see two political leader them, the main party them, do such which you suggest so.
No, I beg for differ from that. Now something way a workable if they're willing. It's all about willingness. It's all about willingness from the APC party executive. It's all about willingness from the SLPP party executive. For say enough is enough. It's now time for make we push the country and for make we push this country, this election for making it be peaceful and for making it be free and for making it be credible. You see, what would they say this or man they say is never going to happen. What we do as campaign for good governance is now for profile recommendations, what we say we need for do as a country, as a citizens, for me to get peace. Okay. And it happen in other places where today they enjoy peace. And in fact, it will be a winning for the first person where you go pick phone call and then call an opponent that please, I want for me to get a breakfast. We discuss. And that is being televised. You get the journalism covering that, reporting that to the citizens then see. Trust me, if that happen, this election will be peaceful. Okay. Now, one means that they for make this election here a peaceful one.
When they look at the work of the different body them, we the like the Peace Commission, for instance, we in other one them. The program like Good Morning Salon, you listen to Condemning Campaign for Good Governance Acting Executive Director. inside the program, we continue to look at more issues. We take pamper with airline stories. Then we go as the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Chairman Abbas Bundu, to ask the Chairman for the Transport Committee in Parliament for report to the House, but the exact price for license. The Deputy of Government Business, Honorable Basiru Siliki, say the committee for look at the auto spec contract. We then take over SLRSA because Parliament not aware about the agreements to this contract. Honorable Basiru Siliki talk this after we Honorable Chairman Abbas Bundu raised concern about the new license fee charge them we come out from the SLRA. Well, from on this we join Princess Pias.
The Salon Authority, they work now for regulate, coordinate, and promote all activity in the road transport sector, as well for improve the sector in work. As part of the work, now for do vehicle service, do new vehicle registration, transfer of ownership, new driver's license, and self, they renew the driver's license, the new charge them from SLRSA. Don't be concerned to the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Chairman Abbas Bundu. What's our experience?
I sent my driver to go to the SLRSA office at Pademba Road to renew the license of my vehicle, my private vehicle. I didn't know how much to give him, but I looked at the life card of last year. And from the life card, I noticed that I was asked to pay about 400 leones for the license of last year, which has now expired. So I estimated that perhaps there will be an increase and decided to give him 500 leones, just in case. He went to Pademba Road, and from there he telephoned me to say, please, I'm sorry, sir, but the fee has significantly increased, was for 1,300 leones for my Jeep.
But with this concern, waiting next from Parliament.
Even though I had paid what was demanded, I asked for a receipt for the payment he had made. It's indicated that the license renewal is 549, and the fitness renewal is 434. So the two elements there give a subtotal of 983. And then the license itself cost 50 leones. So if you add 983 and 50 leones, you will get 1,033 leones. So if they could do that to Mr. Speaker, I wonder what the ordinary Sierra Leonean is going through. I will commit this matter to the chair of transport to investigate and report to the House. I would like to know exactly what is going on, how much is expected of them for a license. That information should be made public.
Honorable Basiru Siliki, now the Deputy Leader of Government Business, self-been talk about the new contract where SLRSA don't get.
Mr. Speaker, in addition to what you have said, I would like the chairman to look at the contract, the auto spec contract closely in doing this investigation. I understand auto specs is now taking over SLRSA. They should do that in tandem with the contract that was passed in this parliament. I am understanding that there is an addendum which was not passed in this parliament, and I advise Mr. Chairman to convey a message to auto specs or to SLRSA that whatever addendum they have done, but I'm sending the clear message to the Ministry of Transport, because they brought the agreement to this well. Whatever addendum that has been done to that agreement is null and void. The agreement ratified in this parliament, that is in 2017, is what autospec should respect. Whatever addendum has been done should be tabled in this parliament and passed by this parliament.
Honorable Basiru Siliki end up say, if the Transport Committee and Parliament no look back inside this agreement, Parliament no go agree for the auto spec the operation, we don't take over SLRSA. For Radio Democracy, Princess Pias reports.
The The program is still listening to that Good Morning Salon. We come to you from 98.1 FM. We still get Condemning inside the program, campaign for good governance, acting executive director. Today, we will discuss inside the program as part of radio democracy programs, then for engage with civil society organizations, then for talk about the way forward for ensure a peace day for inside the 2023 June 24 election. We don't talk about the role of the different sectors of society. No look at the peace commission we government being created for ensure say peace, the activities over the years since creation and the activity during this election period. What do you think say forbidden work now for ensure say then complement the effort of civil society organizations then for make peace day for the June 24 election?
The peace commission gets a lot of work for doing. And this 2023 election, now, a test case for them. You see, the beauty is they inform them before the election. And so far, I can say the work we don't do look impressive, but just that they need to do more and then therefore be very proactive. Proactive in the sense that you not wait until something happened, then therefore intensify then peace messages to the different actors. And just like what I say, then back now other critical actors who if you say able for bring unity among political parties. Then back now another key actor we able for preach violence so that at least we'll be able to get a peaceful election. We get for disease, we'll get for say, we'll get for stop, or we'll get for say no to violence. Because the danger about violence is that when it occurs, the harm where it creates a permanent. And I think that some of the things and this where we need for the bring to the current generation. You go see say most of the one them were so active in violence, most of them are post-war picking them. A good number of them. So they don't even know what happened during the war, how people suffer, the trouble that people go through. So because the ignorance of some of them in them, yeah, they not see any evil around violence as such. So I think that's something as a country we need to do. And once in a while, make people go to the Peace Museum, make them go see exactly the atrocities of this war.
But the semblance of what they happen now in terms of peace ahead of the election, now something we can't turn a surprise or una be anticipating due to what done they happen over the past years. Then
it's not a surprise, and I can tell you, say what you with the CISO, not just a sample. If they can't declare a campaign and something is not done, the degree of violence going to be so high to the point that we get to be worried for this country. Let me say the peace of this country, then we hand. And every partner, every actor gets a role for play so that at least we'll be able to get a peaceful election. For goodness sake, we'll know an experience what we'll go through. We are reigned as a result of we actions. This country are plunging into war, where a result to the point that people them die, people them suffer, over 70,000 casualties in the record. And most of the people them where they suffer, now woman them. And I don't believe say any of you go want for see woman then they suffer again.
In any way.
And even picking them, then suffer. So Nemek with the call. The emphasis now you see, so we keep the emphasis on calling because we all get a role for play. That's the only way we'll be able to get a peaceful election.
In any way, CGG don't see ahead of the situation that happened during this election for say like there's going to be more violence. And anyway, from the signs them of already political activity, them we don't they happen.
There is going to be more violence before the election, and for make we stop down there, or for make we minimize them, sensitization is required.
From who exactly? The public education.
The public education, the media. Let me make on and measure what thing for be the role of the media. The media get for create a platform where people are able for access for really communicate non-violence messages, and get for create a situation wherein the different political parties them able for calm and then preach peace and then preach message, and the judiciary in back get a role for play. I keep the repeat them thing then day, because you see the judiciary, you see the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, you see the political parties, especially the flag bearers them. The trust of this election, they in their hand.
Okay, continue for the with name Nasa Kendema in the acting executive director on a campaign for good governance. There they talk about things them way political supporter them, we out them for the behavior, and also the word them we supported them for the use for the June 2023 election. And remember, this edition of the program, Good Morning Salome, they listen to na Osiwa support Radio Democracy for bringing account to you for the election. The program Good Morning Salome continue, and now we go for a break.
Use cement when a superior quality. Cement where they give you value for your money. Cement where they settle your wahala, where you can get pan cement business. Cement where they show you the tkanganess, usai in matter. Cement where meets international standard. And that's not Dangote 42.5 R grade 3 Portland limestone cement. When a good quality and best cement that the country. You know, see when me building Timap Tickets and Tkanga, Dangote 42.5 R grade cement, na the highest grade pan cement, where you know the fair no side for buying na the country. No say you deserve the best quality grade cement, where then test and confirm say na the best. No make them tell you, no settle for less. Buy Dangote 42.5 R grade cement for pull yourself pan kotat, losses and wahala. Dangote 42.5 R grade cement, na the best among the rest.
Good Morning Salon, they continue. Today we they look at waiting civil society think, but how political parties supported them for the behave and the word way them for the use during the next election. And with we get Sakendema, acting executive director campaign for good governance. You don't talk about so many things where each institution get and waiting at the expectation of political party leader them. And one suggestion we make na for we see the two main political party them, that APC and SLPP, come together, take a walk around. But again, people get a view for say that in any way not possible. Why you think say some people get that view there?
You see, people can always look for sittings as impossible. They're not elect for be challenged. I think as a nation or as a country, we get for challenge yourself for say, this is possible. It's not a big deal for make the APC and the SLPP flag bearer come together. And my understanding is that the current leaders them, they attend the same church. They go the same, they get the same service, they get the same message. So if they go the same church, the same place, the same service where they get, all what we need for do is that how do we go beyond that? And having these two people face themselves and just say, this is Sierra Leone. We are here to preach peace.
So upon all the things the way for be done, why you think say for ease the political tension, it's another thing the way they among political party them now for let the two main leaders of the political party come together and work around. Why
all in fights their way they happen so. All in cause their way they happen so. Not just because they want make them leadership, then win elections, nothing else. So if the person where you defect for, you see and they preach peace. The two people them where you cause for, you see them, they demonstrate unity. I think your own conscience will tell you, say, you know, if you say you need for the do the wrongs them way you don't they do.
Okay.
And I know I make people them say this impossible. Now, so when the August 10 happened, we call for dialogue. People them say that no ever possible. We get that message there for a good number of Sierra Leoneans then.
Okay.
They see that as impossible. But when it work, we see from August 10 to now, we see a little progress then where they happen. Because democracy, they thrive through dialogue, not through violence.
Okay, continue for stay with me inside the program Sakendema Campaign for Good Governance, Acting Executive Director. The program na Good Morning Salon, we come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. Inside the program, we continue for look at more issues with Kwampa with airlines to them. We say after we Justice Fisher don't rule say Dr. Samura Kamara and 5 other accused them get case for answer na court, but the Chancery building in New York. The lawyer for the 3 accused, Adikali Fudesuma, lawyer Gevao don't ask for make the state pay for them, witness them for where they oversee, for Kam Salon for testifying at court for the Chancery building. Well, from on this, we join Usman Kamara.
Thursday, November 25, 2021, the Anti-Corruption Commission be pull one press release na do, we say ACC don't carry na court, Saidu Nalo, head of Chancery of the Salon Mission, na the United Nations na New York, Fode Bawo, former financial attaché to the Salon Mission to the United Nations na New York, Adikali Fudesuma, former permanent representative of the Salon Mission and the United Nations, Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara, former Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Dr. Kande Fode Basi Kamara, financial attaché of the Salon Mission to the United Nations, and Jules Sander Davis, American citizen and agent contractor of the Salon Permanent Mission na the United Nations. The reason we make the Anti-Corruption Commission carry them people who are going to court, and because they allege say then people who are not be able to account for couple where they use for renovate the Chancery building na New York, and the Anti-Corruption Commission been charged with 48 count charge. We get for do it failure to comply with applicable procedures and guidelines relating to procurement, the management of funds, contrary to Section 48(2)(b), misappropriation of public fund, contrary to Section 36(1), abuse of office, contrary to Section 42(1), knowingly deceiving a principal, contrary to Section 40, subsection 3, conspiracy to commit a corruption offense, contrary to Section 128, and other count charge them with the holding at the Anti-Corruption Act of 2008 as amended in 2019. From where the Anti-Corruption Commission carry this case go to court, it don't carry on small. And Thursday, February 23 this year, Justice Adrian Fisher, where they look inside this case Tongi ruling on no case submission, will lawyer them for Dr. Samura Kamara been fired because them believe say this man not get nothing for dupe on this case because evidence up till now them believe say show say this man in no dip on this case. The ruling of the no case submission na 100 page and Justice Adrian Fisher been take over 3 hours for read them. During that same day, the courts may make ying, all man pay attention from the accused people, the public, lawyer them, journalists, all man focus as the ruling they carry on. Inside this ruling, Justice Fisher say Dr. Samura Kamara and the 5 other accused people them get case for answer na court for sake of the renovation of the Chancery building na New York, and say this ruling not to for sure if the accused people then guilty or not, but now then self open the case by way how them go bring witness or they self can talk, but waiting and sabi about this case. The judge carry on say the states don't come with 18 witness them inside this case, and they all don't talk but waiting and sabi. And as Justice Fisher they read the ruling, now so in the court section upon section them case them whether up on an international court and Salon. After all this, the judge be asked for make the accused people and show how they want for make them case carry on, and plenty for them say they want for talk and being witness them. And for sake of this, make the third accused, Adikali Fudesuma been say e get witness where they oversee, but the judge say, and tin them don't easy now, we can do them through video. But in lawyer, when a Indolo Givao been pin say, a want for make the state take care of the bill because they want for make the witness can tongue. And this witness na important person inside this case. But later, Justice Fisher been asked for make lawyer Givao right, so he go get ruling for know if this go happen or not. The state prosecutor them na Kelvin Masimbo, Ovi Robin Mason, Ike Amara, and other one them. They accuse them lawyer them na Africanos Sise, Ibrahim Sori, Adi Macaulay, Melron Nicole Wilson, Roland Wright, Suleiman Kabakroma, and plenty other one them. And Justice Adrian Fisher go sit on back on this case March 17 this year. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Usman Kamara, the reports.
The program is still listening to now. Good Morning Saloon. We can you from 98.1 FM. We still get Kendema inside the program. Good Morning Saloon. And we go continue for look at more issues inside the program. And we go with some political party them. Political party them don't go ensure see women them get the rightful position in our society, like take leadership role na politics, na political party them. Then talk this way, the National Democratic Institute together with Political Parties Regulation Commission hold town hall meeting for political party them, civil society organizations them, and the media for talk about the proportional representation and the GW Act. For more on this, we join Karifatu Conte.
The National Democratic Institute na organization we don dey work with different body them, like the civil society organization them, Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, and the Democracy Sierra Leone for promote political issue them, and increase citizen inclusion for political process them, like young people, women, and disabled in the country. For sake of this, make NDI together with PPRC don't get town hall meeting with political party them, CSO and other body them, for talk about the proportional representation, the Gender Equality and Women Empowerment Act, and the National Inclusion Action Plan, so that political party them will talk about the challenge and opportunity them, and how for address them challenger before the June 2023 election. Elizabeth Kamara, now the manager for the Gender, Youth and Disabled Affairs now the Political Parties Regulation Commission, talk more about this.
And so we are here today for make we look at the inclusion plan where I am to present, and equally for look at the gender law where they push tranga one thing where they for do with woman business. And also just that day, but we get to look at the Political Parties Act of 2002. Where there's a particular section inside that act where they talk about the political inclusion. That for just show the woman and show political stakeholders that I have to say. The commission that is PPRC so get concerned about issues the way they could do with women, and one for CCA, nobody not be left behind where they talk about politics.
Inside Young Talk, the Senior Resident Program Director at the National Democratic Institute, Mohamed Ibrahim Kone say inside this discussion, political party then will discuss on them, whether inside the constitutional instruments and address some of them and they.
So today we want for one provide information to now on the constitutional instrument and then compare how the national inclusion plan will not achieve from their acts and what level for issues that they will up to now not address it. We are going to discuss and see are those issues not addressed still relevant to our context after the elections? How can we work together as Reunions for address the issues that they will not address? So please, let's treat these conversations with seriousness, let's take note and maintain the issue of advocacy in a consistent manner so that at the end of the day, with all there, we are all Sierra Leoneans. When Sierra Leone get better, now we get better. When Sierra Leone get trouble, now we get trouble. But we only solve that trouble when we listen to ourselves, we get a constructive engagement, constructive criticism, constructive feedback that we can able to move Sierra Leone forward.
One of the things that we then discuss with political party them now the proportional representation where we make the Director of Legal Affairs and the Electoral Commission Sierra Leone, Fatoma Fabunde, been talk about how the PR system get for work now the June 2023 election.
One, we get for do a parliamentary election for PR. We get for get 135 seats in parliament. Before 2018, we get 112 seats. After when they do census in 2016, the population turned out to take for let them will add seats in parliament. And the president, because now he gets that power to create localities, he also creates 2 more districts and 1 region at the country. The parliament will then approve an additional 20 seats for being added to the 112. When inside 2018 elections, we end up for get 132 seats in parliament, and then we get 14 seats for paramount chief members of parliament. So total number of seats will be get in a parliament will be 146. Now we will add 3 more seats. What will be as electoral commission do one? Parliament, when they get that power, and communicate to the electoral commission, say, therefore add 3 more seats in parliament. We make now a total of 135, then 14 seats for the paramount chief members of parliament. The total number of seats inside this election will be 149 seats. We also get for local councils an additional seats where get for come again into being from 489 to 493. We'll discuss that day also. We get 22 localities then at the local council.
I've been talked to some political party them, but what did they make up of this discussion and then get this for say?
Sheriff Barry, the Deputy National Chairman of the NDA party. This discussion is so nice, it's so fine, more especially when we talk of the GIWI, the gender and empowerment of women. It's so exciting, and because we, na the NDA, we stand very firm for ensure say the women then get the rightful position in our society. So this gender law we support them, and in fact, we decree for more than 30%. The women then get that because studies don't show we say women are less corrupt in society. If you watch all the ACC people that way they charge to court, you get less percent of women we charge to court, and at the end of the day where they convict. So women are less corrupt in society.
I'm Hassan Fofana. I represent the Citizen Democratic Party. A political party formed under the mantra of inclusion, and I believe say most of the things that we talk today is based on inclusion. Yeah, we are in even the Public Elections Act. They try to talk about proportional representation. And I believe proportional representation, one key thing about now for promote inclusion, and the GIWI Act as well, wherein they try for bridge gap where they exist between men and women.
Then people here end up say then go implement it in them. We NDA and PPRC don't engage them on an different political party them, so that the country will get peaceful and free and fair election for the Society for the Democracy. Mina Khalifa to contain the report.
Yeah, EcoBank. Save. The money. Save. Not the account.
Make I tell you, but EcoBank